Hi everyone, my name is Ann Bennett and I'm the Executive Director of the Laurel Historical Society in Maryland. And I want to showcase one of the items that we have on display in our current exhibit, Unpacking Laurel's Past, 150 Years on Display, 1870 to 2020. And I have to admit, this is my favorite item in our exhibit. And it's a real standout, as you can see. It is a bright pink fuchsia silk evening gown, and it was worn by First Lady Mamie Eisenhower. And there actually is a connection between the Eisenhowers and the city of Laurel. The Eisenhowers lived in Laurel for a time during the summer of 1919 when President Eisenhower, before he was president, was stationed at Fort Meade. So there is a connection to the city of Laurel and to the Eisenhowers. This dress obviously does not date to the 1919 period. It is dating to the early to mid 1950s during her time as First Lady. And I contacted the Eisenhower Presidential Library in doing some background research on this item and was told that Mamie loved to go shopping at department stores, from the very high-end stores like Elizabeth Arden in New York City and Washington, D.C., but she also favored stores like JCPenney's that was accessible to many people at the time. And she would often buy items just off the rack like you and I would do today, but she did have them custom and tailored to fit her body to give her a more comfortable and polished look for her garments as well. So she definitely loved shopping, but she was not afraid of going after a bargain either. This garment, however, is not off the rack and it's not from JCPenney's. This is one of her evening gowns in her capacity as First Lady, and it shows all of the hallmarks of a high-end couture tailoring. As we were fitting it on the model, you could tell that there were a lot of internal structure to the garment that would keep it close to the body, that would keep it perfectly in place. So there are straps to keep the little sleeve cap perfectly situated on the ends of her shoulders, the bodice close to the chest, close to the waist. There are internal elastics and fasteners to keep everything perfectly in place so you wouldn't have to worry about the gapping of the neckline, the sleeves falling off the shoulders, anything like that. It was most likely also worn with different undergarments, probably a slip, and most likely also some type of petticoats to pull out the lots and lots of little tiny pleats here with the silk taffeta. It's also a very high quality silk, and you can tell that because here at the ends we have some piecing, so the last 10 or so inches at the hem of the floor length dress was added to it. Typically high quality silks don't come in a very large width like some of the more cheaper printed cottons would do today with a 54 or even a 60 width to the length of the yardage. So there are a lot of couture elements to this, and it also is a very personal, intimate glimpse. Anytime you have the chance to work with textiles firsthand, it gives you an inside information to the life of this garment, and by extension the life of the person who wore it. So there are some spots on the sleeve that might represent some staining, either when she wore it or after that she wore it when it was in storage. You can see that the hem is in very good condition, but it does exhibit some signs of alteration and some wear in the back, so it's possible that this was a gown that she wore several times but did take very, very good care of. So I hope this gives you some more information into the items that we have in our collection, items that we have on our current exhibits, and a little more insight into the life of Mamie Eisenhower. Thanks, everyone.